I'm here. Feed me. What are your thoughts? I see 90 comments. I haven't been able to take a look at this because I've been putting together some pieces. I want to have a couple graphics together. AB, Justin, Wolf, everybody that is here. What are we thinking? I am excited to get Jose Berrios. All right. The best pitcher, not named Max Scherzer at this point, that was available. So I'm excited about that. Jays fans, hit that like. If you're excited about the trade, Hockey Kid, you love the trade. I like this trade. I like Jose Berrios. I'm excited. I am sad to see Austin Martin go. You know, Austin Martin, we hardly knew you. We hardly knew you, Austin Martin, and it is off. He goes off to Minnesota. That is a great return for Minnesota. Austin Martin and Simeon Woods Richardson, the number 2 and the number 4 prospects for the Toronto Blue Jays. So just a wild start to deadline day. This is the first big trade. There were some small trades that went out. This is the first big one. And I'm quite frankly, as a Jays fan, I'm in shock. I'm processing. Help me process this thing because I am excited to get Berrios. They needed to get another starter to go with Ryu, and Berrios is a good pitcher. Papa, you not happy? James, you like it? Kyle, how you feeling, my man? Austin Martin, Simeon Woods Richardson. We cannot. I would be remiss if I brought up for the last. Ever since we drafted Austin Martin, when his name came up in trade rumors, we were like, nope, don't want to do it, don't want to do it, don't want to do it. Jays fans, are you happy that we did it? Austin Martin and Simeon Woods Richardson for Jose Berrios. We're going to dive into Jose Berrios. We're going to dive into the prospects that are going to the Minnesota Twins. Jays get this deal done. They part with Martin, not Jordan Groshans. Martin's been at Double-A, and Jordan Groshans also. So this is interesting. This is crazy. Pitching is what was needed. That is for sure. Guys, hit that like if you're just hopping in. Get that like train going. We got to get this thing. We got to get up to 100. We're at 24 right now. A couple dislikes. People don't like the trade. I understand that. That's fine. Hit that like. Let's get this thing up there. Let's spread the word that we're live talking about this trade. And the best way to do that is for you to hit the like. So do that. Subscribe, stay close, do all of that great stuff. This is a big trade. Again, I'm still processing. I'm sitting here talking about it. I've had 5 minutes to try to put together my graphics. I'm putting together my graphics, and I'm still trying to process it. I don't know what to think. I want you guys to know. I want you guys to tell me what you think. Katie, you don't like the trade. Listen, I am back and forth on this, but we're going to dive into this thing. Let me get one more piece up. This is a big trade. Blue Jays land Jose Berrios for Martin and Woods Richardson. Wow. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock. If you're in shock, if you're with me, hit the like. If you're with me with the shock value, unbelievable trade. We're going to take a look at this a few ways. Let's do the very first thing. Let's take a look at this rotation because this rotation looks nasty. Let me get the banner out of the way. Apologies for that. Ryu, Berrios, Ray, Matz, and Manoah. That's how it looks today. I know we're going to have Stripling start tonight. Could be his last start. Manoah's got to get off the IL. I understand that. But the rotation now has the depth that we were looking for. And honestly, I would love it if Toronto could maybe swing a move for some of the other one more arm just for the hell of it. I mean, maybe you say we don't need it at this point, but just for the hell of it. Go convince the Rockies to trade John Gray. I don't know. I think Matz goes to the pen. I don't know. Because think about it, then you're leaving Stripling in the rotation. I think Stripling has more experience coming out of the bullpen than Steven Matz does. So I think it would be Stripling that ends up in the pen. Leonard, good point with Martin, not a proven major leaguer. I understand that. And my philosophy is that if you have your prospects, trade your prospects for proven talent. I'm on board with that. That has always been one of my philosophies. However, If you got a top 25 talent in all of baseball, that's harder to trade. And Austin Martin was in that category, was in that breath. Why do you think the Jays gave up on Martin instead of Groshans? Well, they've had both in the system now. They must believe in Groshans more. That's all I can say. That, or that's what the Twins wanted. But maybe the Blue Jays had Groshans on the table. Maybe that'll come out. Maybe Heyman or Rosenthal or somebody will tweet about that. But maybe that's what the Twins wanted. Maybe the Twins said, we're not doing this deal unless your number one pick from last year is in the trade. So the Twins get a nice piece. The Blue Jays, it's just prospects that are on the way out. The players who are up there at the major league level, Grichuk, who still could get traded, Biggio, Gurriel, untouched in this trade. They remain with the club, and we will see if the Jays make any other moves. I still think that you could see, well, listen, if Gurriel is going to be out because, he's hit on the hand, maybe the Jays will hold on and they won't trade Grichuk. Maybe they want that depth. But anyway, it is Martin. This is what the rotation looks like for the Blue Jays, and it looks a lot better now. It definitely looks a lot better than it did before, because I like Ross Stripling. And again, I want Ross Stripling to go out and pitch a shutout tonight against the Royals, first game back in Toronto. But could you imagine if Jose Berrios was starting tonight? That would be insane. Imagine that for a second. Imagine that. The Padres miss out on Berrios. Boy, the Padres are they got Adam Frazier, and now they're just missing out left and right. The poor Padres. Should we say the poor Padres? They dominated the offseason. They're not getting it done really here at the trade deadline, but the Blue Jays get it done. This is the fourth or fifth trade for the Jays now at the trade deadline. They traded for Hand yesterday. They got Berrios now. They traded for Simber and Dickerson. They traded for Richards. So they've been very active. Surprised that Pearson wasn't in the deal. Pearson's got a sports hernia. There's Nate Pearson. I'm not going to say nobody wants Nate Pearson, but Nate Pearson's probably very hard to trade right now. I think Pearson is hard to trade. Can we get Kyle Gibson to run out the division? Wolf, I'd be okay with that. Listen, come playoff time, I just have a feeling Manoah is going to be coming out of the bullpen. And if you could have Ryu, Berrios, Ray, Gibson in your rotation to start a playoff series, that would be important. But, I don't want to start asking for too much. I'm excited about this trade. I'm excited about this move for the Blue Jays. I hope you guys are too. Again, Martin and Woods Richardson going the other way. We'll put the trade up real quick. Here is the deal. Jose Berrios going to Toronto for Woods Richardson and Austin Martin. Austin Martin, the number 2 prospect in the system. We're starting to see the big prospects get traded. The Dodgers trading away their number 1 and number 2 with Gray and Ruiz. Now the Blue Jays trading away their number 2 and the number 4. So the prospects that are on the move, it's getting real right now in Major League Baseball. And the Blue Jays make a statement. Some people thinking that they might have paid too much might be the case. That might be the case. Everybody, if you're in here, let's do me a big favor. Do me a big favor if you could. Can we get this thing to 100 likes? We're sitting at 52 right now. Any chance that there are 48 of you that have not hit that like yet that can get us to 100? Can we push this thing to 100? I understand maybe you don't love the trade, but if you're here for the Jays competing, if you're here for the Jays making a push to make a move for the playoffs, hit that like. We're at 82. We need 18 more. There's 225 watching. I love every single one of you that's here. Thank you for being here. Let's get this thing there. We're 8 away. We're at 92, 94, 6 more. Gavin, thank you for the super chat. You need your Angels to trade for a pitcher already. 1 more like away from 100. Angels do need to do some pitching moves there. You are right. And we are at 104, just like that. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome that are in here. Thank you. Evan, thank you for the like. Thank you, everybody, for the like. The Jays, do you see what the Yankees are doing? You see what Boston did last night? The Yankees might make another move. I don't think the Jays are done today. They could make another move. So this is going to be, I think, a kickstart to an absolutely wild and crazy trade deadline day. I think it is going to get nuts. I was sort of surprised that we hadn't seen anything big up until noon Eastern, and then the Berrios news started to kind of go out there, and the deal got done. I started putting my stuff together. I almost had the jersey swap done. Almost. I'll have that for the thumbnail after we get this thing done. But wow. Let's do this. Let's take a look at the pitcher that the Blue Jays are getting. Let's take a look at our new pitcher. Got to think he is the number 2 behind Ryu. Maybe. And let's do this. I kind of been living with this baseball stadium generic thing. Let's get this thing right. There we go. Blue Jays all the way today. All right. So looking at our new starting pitcher, Jose Berrios. Has another year of arbitration. They bought that out, though. Let me take a look at that. We're going to pull up Jose's spot track. I've looked at so many spot tracks that I, quite frankly, don't remember who's making what at this point. Berrios, his spot track, there we go. $5.6 million this year, age 27, another arbitration year, so he'll be a main component for that rotation next year. Only 27 years old. This guy should be at the top of this rotation for the Blue Jays for the next 5 years. This is a great piece. They jump it. Listen, we're trying to develop the pitchers. We're trying to develop Manoah. We're trying to develop Pearson. We're trying to do all that. Woods Richardson, who's now on the way out. We've got other guys that are in the system that we can develop, the pitchers, the Kloffenstein, Van Eyck. Those guys will be here eventually, a couple years away. But you Woods Richardson, who knows what he would have been at the big league level. We know what Berrios is going to be. So we get Berrios, we get 1 more year control, then they're going to have to sign him. They should be in the thick of it. Berrios, it's going to be good times for Jose Berrios in Toronto. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for him. Let's take a look at his stats. So let me get the comments back up, everybody. I want to see what you guys are saying. So here is Berrios this season. 7-5 with a 3.48 ERA over 20 starts, 126 strikeouts over 121 innings, 1.04 whip. That is this season. But who has he been throughout his career? Came up at the age of 22, had a rough go of it, but has been a guy. You see the ERA basically living between 3.48 and 3.89. I throw out 2020 for pretty much everybody. An ERA of 4 in the 2020 season. Forget it. I think this guy is a mid-3 ERA guy with a very good K rate over his career, 779 strikeouts in 710 innings. I like what he does. I like what he brings to the table for this rotation. And he's young. He will be around for a while. And again, I'm saying it, this is not the last move that the Blue Jays are going to make today. I think there is more to come. I am almost certain of that. I think there could be they got Hand. Do they need another bullpen piece? Maybe they could do it. Maybe they go get another starter. And if they do that, then you start looking at, expanding the bullpen with guys that were starters. Unbelievable trade. Evan does not like the trade. Evan, I have a feeling you are probably bummed out that Austin Martin is on the move. I can understand that. I think if the Blue Jays were to craft this trade, they probably would have done Woods, Richardson, and then tried to get out of the top 10 with a prospect. But quite frankly, listen, it's going to be all right. Okay, Jays fans, if you're worried, if you're sad that Austin Martin is going, let me talk you down off the ledge. We don't know how great Austin Martin is going to be at the major league level. Austin Martin this year, let's get his stats, let's get the numbers, down at Double-A, he's done well, 424 on base. That's good, but there's been absolutely no power, just 2 home runs. He is hitting 281. You like a 281 average and a 424 on base. That's great. There doesn't seem to be much power with Austin Martin, okay? So he's going to hit. We know he's going to hit. But there's Jordan Groshans, who's right there. Jordan Groshans hasn't shown much power either, but Jordan Groshans hitting 297 with a 377. We basically had 2 of the same guys. So you got Groshans. We don't know if Martin's going to be great. We know Jose Berrios is a great pitcher. How much have we wanted this year for the Blue Jays to have better pitching? The offense is set. It's locked. It's loaded. How much have we wanted the pitching to be better? This addresses that. And Geraldo, Martinez, and where is he? Beltre. These guys are coming, and they are going to be up there too. So they have so much depth at that middle infield spot with Groshans, with Geraldo, with Martinez, and with Beltre. It's okay. It's all right, in my opinion, to get rid of maybe the most coveted one. It is all right. This is going to be this is a good move. This is a good move. How can we possibly justify this trade as Blue Jay fans? I'm telling you, Matt. I'm telling you. We got a guy that we have one more year control of. Kyle is in shock. We have one more year of control with him. Then we'll re-sign him. We have so much depth at that middle infield spot. We don't know how great Austin Martin is going to be. Blue Jay fans, remember Travis Snyder? Remember how he was supposed to be amazing and it just didn't happen? Remember we have prospects that have come up and don't get it done. Remember Kyle Drabek? Guys, it's okay to deal the prospects for these for the proven guys. It's all right. The Phillies killed us in the end, in my opinion, with the Halladay trade. They got the proven talent in Halladay. We got Ghost and Drabek, and we got Darno, and none of them panned out for the Blue Jays. So this is just remember that trade, okay? Getting the proven talent, in my opinion, is always the better play. Anthony, with the pitching that the Marlins have in the organization, if we trade Pablo Lopez during the deadline, what could give us the biggest return? I mean, you want to try to get a bat, but I don't think the Marlins are going to do that. I just don't think the Marlins are going to do that. Papa, SWR, and Martin are special. We don't know that. That's what I'm saying. We don't know that. Simeon Woods, Austin Martin this year, he's hitting. You love that. They threw him right into the fire at AA. You love that he's got a 424 on base. I don't love that he's only hit 2 home runs. I would quite frankly like a guy that's got more home runs than that, in my opinion. Again, it's only 55 games as a pro, but in almost 200 at-bats, I would like Martin to have a little bit more power because home run numbers, for the most part, only go down as you elevate. And we don't need a guy in the lineup that hits 1 home run. Great if you hit 300, but if you hit 1 home run, you're Jose Iglesias. I'm sorry. I'm not saying Austin Martin's Jose Iglesias. I'm just saying that's the path that he could go down. A good defender, a quality hitter, no power. We don't know. That could be Austin Martin's future. We don't know. But we do know what Jose Berrios is, and that's why this is the good move. And Simeon Woods Richardson, we know SWR was getting close, but look what he's done at AA. 2-4 with a 5.76 ERA. Woods Richardson was not pitching well at AA. So this is a good move. This is the right move, in my opinion. This is the right move. Kyle, you remember I was talking about Scherzer. I would have liked that. I like this better. I would have loved Scherzer. I like this better because this is not just a play for this season. We got to be thinking about the next 5 years with this club. And this is a move that is mindful for the next 5 years for the Toronto Blue Jays. That's why I like it. That's why I like it. Trade is good. Trade is good. Everybody hit that like. Hit that like. We're at 131. I'd love to blow past 150. I like big round numbers. Let's blow past 150 if we could. Are there 19 viewers out there that haven't used their like yet? Let's use that, please. It pushes the channel out there to more. It helps support everything that we're doing here at Ballcap Sports. So we're at 134. We need 16. We're at 146. We need 4 more likes to just push past 150. And we are there, 153. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Love it. This is a great trade. And again, I'm excited that, listen, I know we're giving up Martin. We're giving up Berrios. But you know who we didn't give up? We didn't give up Kevin Biggio. We didn't give up Lourdes Gurriel Jr. We didn't give up anybody on the main squad. We knew that the asking price was high. I think the Jays paid a high price, but I don't think they paid an unfair price. So this is exciting. And this is, again, can we get Berrios on a plane, get him to Minnesota? isn't that far from Toronto. Somebody, what's Blue Jays' dad saying? He's probably a little torn by this, living in Minnesota and being the Toronto native and all that. But it's not that far. Let's get Berrios on a plane, get him to Toronto tonight, and let him be there for that first game. That would be great to let him soak up that energy of the first game back in Toronto. Would love to see that. Let's get that done. Let's see what is going on. The Blue Jays are back in Toronto, making a big statement. It is official. This is what's nice. It's official. They made it official quick. Making it official this quickly. I mean, think about how long it took for the Gallo piece to get official. The Dodgers trade is still not official. It's happening, but it's not official. You got a lot that you got to go through. Jays make this official quick. Get him to Toronto tonight. Get him to Toronto tonight. What is Feinstein saying? The Phillies are making a hard push for Kyle Gibson. That's a good move for the Phillies. They need to get that done. They definitely need to get that done. Wow, this is exciting. Looking at his contract again. Next year, based on the numbers he's had this year, I got to think he's probably going to be in the ballpark of $8 or $9 million, just as that slowly elevates. And then they're going to have to pay him. And I think I'm loving the deal. I'm loving the deal. When I went on about 27 minutes ago, I didn't know what I thought, but talking it out, seeing you guys, your comments in the chat, I am good with this. I am good with this trade. It is a good trade for both. I do not think it is an overpay. Where is the like? You know what's crazy? If you're watching this on your phone, you got to close the chat, hit the X on the chat to find the like. I really wish YouTube would fix that because it shouldn't be that hard to hit like on a video. If you're watching it on a laptop or a tablet or something, it's right there. But if you're on your phone, you got to close the chat to find the like. They should fix that. So this is big. Jays fans that are in here, I hope you're hyped. I hope you're excited about this. Subscribe to the channel. I encourage every Blue Jays fan to definitely subscribe to the channel. This channel is all about baseball in general, but my team is the Blue Jays, and I will do Blue Jays only content, and I would love for you guys to be there for that, to consume that content. So please be there. I don't think they overpaid AJ. I don't think they overpaid. I think they paid a lot, but they paid a fair price. They paid a fair price. If you want to get a high luxury vehicle, you got to pay for it. And the Jays have done that here. This is a great one. I'm excited about it. Again, I hope Jays fans, I know you're back and forth on it, probably loving that they made the pitching move, but not loving what they gave up. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we don't know what Martin is going to be when he gets to the big leagues. We don't know what Woods Richardson is going to be when he gets to the big leagues. Woods Richardson has struggled at AA. Austin Martin, listen, 2 home runs in 200 at-bats down at AA. Again, these are his first 200 at-bats in professional baseball. You love that 424 on base. But at the end of the day, we don't know what Austin Martin's going to be at the big league level. We do know what Berrios is going to be at the big league level. So this is exciting news. What a way to really kick off the trade deadline. What a big way to kick off the trade deadline. We got talk of Phillies making a push for Gibson. The Blue Jays, this blew me away earlier. The Feinstein tweet about an hour ago that the Mets, Blue Jays, and Giants were among the teams interested in Trevor Story. Guys, if this ends up being Jose Berrios and Trevor Story day, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fall out of my chair. I'm on the ground. This stream, I'm going to have to tip my computer over and I'm going to be streaming from the floor, because if they go and get Trevor Story on top of this trade, I don't know how much they have left to do that deal. I would think that the Rockies would have wanted Austin Martin back in the trade. But listen, here's what we know. Very good chance that the Blue Jays will not have Marcus Semien back next year. I think that there is a very good chance that he has earned himself a major payday in the offseason. I don't know if the Blue Jays are going to want to pay that price. Go get Trevor Story, and you put Story and Semien together for this one season and make a push would absolutely be would be insane. I think Story would play third. If the Jays get Story, very good chance, in my opinion, you're going to see some pros in that trade. You see Grichuk, you would see Biggio, you would see Gurriel, you would see somebody like that if you have a Jays and Rockies trade for Story. So do we need it? I don't know. But that floored me when I saw that. And then who else? Was it Sherman? I think Joel Sherman had the, let's see, I got to give a like to that. Yes, he's coming over. Sherman with the, my Twitter's just kind of a mess right now. Hold on. Where are we? There we go. I think it was Sherman. Let me try to find it. Maybe it was Morosi. Tigers not active on a Jonathan Scope deal. They should be. I think they should be. Let's see. I think it was Sherman. Sherman with the... Where is it? Here's a Sherman tweet. The type of well-regarded prospects Blue Jays traded are signed. They think their offense and Berrios joining Ryu and Ray in the rotation can make a run. I like it. I do like it. It's been so long now. There's so much going on. Yeah, if Trevor Story moves, it is an if. With 4 hours until deadline, rivals think the Blue Jays and Rays are the main contenders. Mets have been tied to Story. I can't even think about it again. The Sherman, he's like, if this happens, the Jays and Rays seem to be the main contenders. Whew. Unbelievable. James, thank you for the follow, my friend. I do have a rule. If you follow me while we're streaming, if you see my Twitter handle here and you follow me while we're streaming, I'll follow you back. What a day. This is just crazy. We're monitoring what's going on today with the Blue Jays. Quite frankly, what are we at? We're at 110 in the East, and this is the big trade of the day so far. Stone, Tigers are balling, but I still think you could trade Jonathan Scope. You're not going to make the playoffs. You're not gonna win the division. So why not trade Scope for something nice? And because Scope could be gone after this year. It's a 1-year deal, right, for Jonathan Scope? So that's my thinking on Scope. You know, just do it. Get the deal done. Maybe get a nice piece. Martin has a noodle bad. We're flush with prospects at the middle. SWR split finger. Good call. Exactly. I was talking about that a minute ago. Part of the reason the Jays can do this deal is that they've got Jordan Groshans. They've got Martinez, who is a beast. Geraldo. I even skipped over Jimenez. And I really think we're going to see Manuel Beltre in pushing the top 5 for Jays prospects next year. That's my opinion. Stone, I'm with you on the Yan Gomes thing. I don't want that. I don't want Yan Gomes on the team. Can we just let Alejandro Kirk please give him the time? I think Alejandro Kirk can be a beast. Illustrious Ducky, welcome in. Yes, let's go Blue Jays. What a trade. Listen, guys, I love the Braves. The Braves are buying, everybody. They have acquired Eddie Rosario from the Indians for Pablo Sandoval. That's it? Okay. That's what we're doing now. Jacob, Benjamin, I see you guys. That's what we're doing. The Braves are getting Eddie Rosario. Listen, the Braves have been crushed with all of these, with the situation with Ozuna and with the Acuna injury. So Rosario to the Braves is a nice move, and they're giving up Pablo Sandoval. That's it. Good for them. Good for the Braves. That's a nice move. That's my quick take on the Braves. Nice move. They are obviously not packing it in. Braves are going to be making a run. And I am a little surprised just because they have not been able to really gain any traction. And the National League East just seems like it's just going the way of the Mets. Braves are only 4 games out. It's really the East. You see they're 4 games out of the East. They're 8.5 back of the wild card. So obviously they're still within striking distance. What a year for Atlanta. They've had a rough go of it. One of our good followers of the channel, William Fulgham, is a big Braves fan, and he's been a great supporter. Braves have had what a rough year with Soroka and Ozuna and Acuna, and they're still going for it. You got to applaud it. You want Marquez. The Rockies are not going to trade Marquez. That is just not going to happen. What else do you want, Blue Jay fans? What do we want? Again, I was talking about this. I was trying to go down a road and I got distracted with this Rosario trade. So we want. I love talking about all these trades and doing all this stuff. I love talking Dodgers, love talking everything, love talking baseball and trades. It's really fun when I get to talk about my team doing something big. So I'm excited about this. I hope you guys are excited as well. Yeah, well, Ben, that's a piece. I think Biggio would maybe be involved in that trade. And I don't know, do we want to break that group up? You know, we know Bo and Vladdy have an incredible relationship, but do we want to break that group up? I don't. I want the Blue Jays to win a World Series with Biggio, Bichette, and Guerrero and Gurriel. I want them to do that. That is what I want to see happen. And thank you guys that are hitting me with the follows on Twitter. I appreciate that. Again, follow you back. Whoa, wait a minute. We have more from the Braves. What is this? Hold on. More from the Braves. They're also Braves acquiring Adam Duvall. So within the time span of 4 minutes, the Braves are getting Eddie Rosario and Adam Duvall. Whoa. Okay. Alex Jackson. Wow. All right. So the Braves are getting serious. My phone is ahead of my desktop here. Alex Jackson for Adam Duvall. Adam Duvall going back to Atlanta. So Atlanta is stocking up. They are saying, let's go for it. Atlanta is restocking here. Good for them. They're going for it. This could push the Mets. They're going for it a little too soon. Wait to announce these trades until like 3:50 so that the Mets and Cohen don't say, oh yeah, hold my beer. And he goes and trades for Bryant Baez. Mets or Braves, have some chill. Take it easy a second. Don't go announcing everything right away because you're just going to poke the Mets and the Mets might do something. What do we want? Jose Ramirez is probably a little too expensive for the Blue Jays' taste. That would be incredible, though. Should get rid of an outfielder Ryder. I mean, if Gurriel's good, which I haven't heard anything crazy about Gurriel, but if Gurriel will be good eventually, right? Grichuk is a piece that you could trade and try to get some pitching. Hassan, Braves told you trust in AA. We know AA very well here with the Blue Jays, and he likes to make deals. He makes moves, and he's doing it today for the Braves. Jory is all about the Trevor Story piece. Let's see. We will see. Do the Blue Jays have to give up a big piece? I would think that somebody on the Major League club would be going to Colorado. Maybe it's Biggio. Maybe it would be Grichuk. Maybe you throw in some other pieces. The Jays could do it. The Jays could do it, and they would really be making a statement that they're pushing for it this year. Unbelievable trade. I'm excited about this. I love this. I also like that it's a righty arm. So many lefties. You know, you got Ryu, you got Ray, you got Matz, you got people talking about, Danny Duffy and other people. And I'm like, no. Let's get the righties. Let's get some more righties. And they get it with Berrios here. Anybody that might just be hopping in, finding the channel for the first time, please take a second and subscribe. We're making that push to 9,500 subscribers as we try to drive towards 10K. We're 17 subscribers away from 9,500. If you haven't subscribed, please take a chance. Take a minute. This channel is all about baseball. I'm a Jays fan, so you get Jays content. You get it all here. I would love for you to subscribe and stay close and come back and spend some more time with the channel down the road. And also hit that like. Hit that like for sure. Make sure to do that. We are at 220 likes, so you guys are awesome. I appreciate that. What do we have? This is a crazy deadline. What are the Jays going to do next? What are they going to do next is the question. I got to think there's another move in the play. Richard Rodriguez, possibly. Kyle Gibson, maybe. Again, we're looking at let's do this one more time. Let's take actually real quick. Let's do let me find it. Here we go. If we're gonna have Gibson, you got it. And Gibson's having a very nice season for Texas. You go Ryu, Berrios, Ray, and then Gibson. So those would be your 4 if you get into a playoff series that you'll see. Ryu, Berrios, Ray, and Gibson would be your guys if they make that move. Matz would be, if he's pitching well, you can start him. If he's struggling, you don't have to. And Manoah could be a piece coming out of the bullpen. So Jays would have a lot of flexibility if they do go out and make another move for another starting pitcher. So that would be interesting. Gregory Whiteman thinks Gibson is overrated. Maybe. He's having a very nice season this year, though, on a terrible team. Very little motivation to play well. He's sort of blocking out that distraction of being on an off team, and he's pitching well. So that would be something. Kenneth, you want Trevor Bauer. What do you guys want? Everybody that is with me now, comment in the chat. Give me the last name of the player that you want. Is it Story? Is it Gibson? Is it Kimbrel? Is it Rodriguez? Who do you want? Let's take a look and see what is going on with some of the guys that are let me move a couple things around. There we go. Let's just see what's going on with some of the Blue Jays people. We've got Shai Davidi. In my sense is the Blue Jays don't make this deal in isolation. They try to do more to leverage the 2 months of Berrios they bought for the season. Exactly. There is more to come. Jays fans, there is more to come. What is it going to be? Is it another pitcher? And we just passed 9,500 subscribers. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. I appreciate it. Everybody that just subscribed. I don't have the alerts set up. I use StreamYard to stream, and it drives me crazy because they don't have alerts that you can set up when people subscribe. So I apologize for that. But if you are a new subscriber here, comment in the chat. Let me know you subscribed. I would love to give you a shout out and thank you for that sub. So again, it's StreamYard. StreamYard's really got to get that together. They got to work better with YouTube and fix that. So anyway, this is a big one. J-Ram would be unbelievable. I got you. I don't think I think that's a big long shot. Pat, thank you for the sub. I do think that is a long shot for a J-Ram thing. Marcus, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Erwin, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Moving some things around. Sorry about that. Let's see. Thomas likes Bryant and Kimbrel to the Giants. That could happen. That could happen. Bryant would be IL prone. Yeah, that'd be tough. Kuja, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that, my man. What a day. Cerudals, I subbed. Thank you for that. Man. What is next? So the Braves make a flurry of moves. That's great. Good for the Braves. All right. Jays make a statement. And again, I said it earlier. I really want the Blue Jays. They made it official. Now get him to Toronto. Get him to Toronto for tonight. Announce him to the fans at the Rogers Center. Get him up there tonight. Get him there tonight. That would be awesome. What could the Jays do next? Let's see. Cujas from the future. Trevor Story. Okay. We'll see. We know they've got the prospects to do it. That's the Jays have been building the prospect, but do they give up anything big to go and get Trevor Story when Trevor Story could be, done? Trevor Story's coming to the 6th from the future. Okay. I listen, I said it. I will, this stream it will be me on the floor if that's the case. Let's see. Linden wants Bryant over Story. I don't blame you there. I think either would be good. Hand isn't going to cut it. That's why they might make another move. I think that Hand will not be closing games. He can close games, but I don't think he will close the games. And again, I have a rule. If you follow me while we're doing the live stream, I'll follow you back. Waiting to see if there's any new information. Buster Olney with the Braves taking their shot. What do the Jays do next is the question. What is coming up next? Is it Trevor Story? Is it another pitcher? What are they doing? What could be next? That is really the intriguing piece here. This needs to reload more frequently. Keep going. Nightingale chiming in. Rosario trade was simply a salary dump by Cleveland. Obviously, I mean, Rosario was done after this season anyway. Story looks like a Yankee. Who says no from K-Lo? Well, maybe. They might do it. I think with all the bat moves, I think they're done with bats. I think the Yankees are going to try to get a pitcher. AHDT, thank you for the follow. Again, anybody that is following me, you follow me on Twitter, I'll follow you back. If you sub to me here, I will sub back. HDT, Bills fan, Bills Mafia in the house. Buffalo Bills fans, definitely sub, follow, find me. We're going to be talking some Bills during the Bills season. It's going down. I have my Ball Cap Sports Bills football channel. I haven't done anything with it, so don't worry about it. But that is something that's on my radar, is some good Bills stuff. Let's see here. And again, I appreciate you guys following me over there. I give you the follow back because the community is awesome here, and I love to extend the conversation onto Twitter. Wow. Berrios. It's now been about 45 minutes since the Berrios news dropped. Again, looking at Berrios, good pitcher, good K rate. He's been an all-star twice. There is good things there. Doesn't have a ton of postseason experience, right? Has pitched in 3 playoff games. He's going to pitch in some more. I can tell you that. He's going to pitch in some more playoff games with the Jays. That is for sure. What is next? What is next again? Colin, did you already follow me, or is this a different Colin? I know I have one Colin follower. What is next? What is next? This is exciting, guys. Again, be sure to subscribe. Stay close to the channel for the future content, for the next Jays trade, because I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not going to stay on all day. I am going to be back at 7 o'clock Eastern to do a grade stream, grading all the teams and the trades that they're making. So that will be happening at 7. So make sure to come back for that. I am definitely planning, if the Jays make another move, to be back. So I could be live like 5 times today. I know maybe it would be smarter to just get on and stay on, but unfortunately, I just don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Gritchick should be traded from Evan. If they can find a trade partner, if they can turn it into some pitching, I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see, moving some things around. Again, thank you guys. I'll give you the quick hit back. Are the Braves done, Jackson? They might be done now. Now they might be done. Anybody that was hoping for a Charlie Morton trade, I think that's dead. Obviously the Braves are showing that they're buyers. Story for Torres. Would that work for the Yankees? Would you do that, though? Would you do that? That's the question. Jamie Campbell, good time to remember that Matt Boyd is the only player to forge a decent major league career from the stats of Jays prospects traded in 2015. That's an interesting thought. Is that the case? Is that the truth? When AA was making those trades for the Blue Jays, he really wasn't giving. On paper, the prospects that they were giving up were good. This is a new regime, though. So a lot of that from Jamie Campbell, they're talking about that. A lot of that comes from the AA trades from Anthopoulos. Half of that time, maybe more than half of that time, was with Anthopoulos. This is a whole new regime now with the trades that they're making and the players that they've built up in that system. This is going to be fun. This is going to be crazy. I am looking forward to the rest of this thing and seeing where it goes. I think that there is more to come from the Blue Jays. I don't think they're done. I think they're going to make another move. It could be Story. It could be Gibson. It could be Kimbrel or Rodriguez. It could be any of those. We're just going to have to watch. And we're still we're 2.5 hours from the deadline, and there's still a ton of names out there. We don't know yet about Bryant. We don't know Story. We've got Kimbrel. We've got all of the other relievers that have been mentioned out there. There's Baez. This is unbelievable. And are there any crazy names that we haven't heard yet? that could be on the move. Let's see. It looks like Heyman. Dodgers are among the teams eyeing Craig Kimbrell. Not sure what their payroll could be if they land him, but their team is heading towards unstoppable. So the Dodgers may be making a move for Kimbrell. All right. Fun stuff. I'm excited about this, guys. Where are we? Let's see. We're at 249 likes. Is there one more like out there? Is there one more like out there? If you haven't used your like yet, hit that like. I love nice round numbers. Get that to 250. Let's see if we can get over 250. And there it is real quick. We are there. Thank you for that like at that moment. Whoever gave that, I appreciate that. Again, 258. All right, that's good. I like it, guys. Kuja, thank you for the like. Again, everybody that's in that like. And subscribe. Stay close to the channel. It doesn't stop here. We're doing player locks. We're doing breakdowns. We do Jay's content. We cover all of baseball. It's all good. I love it all. 8T was me. All right. All right. Let's see here. Red Sox got Schwarber. Can I be honest with you? I love Schwarber going to Boston. His name is going to be Schwaba. Now, I love the idea of Sully in Boston, heading to Fenway Park to watch Schwaba at the Sox game. It's going to be magnificent. Just talking, I can just hear Sully bantering with his buddies. Hey, did you hear we got Schwaba? I'm going to catch the Sox tonight. Going to love it. Wolf, I am not going to the game today. I am in the States. I am down in Maryland. I am really far away. And but I do look forward to, I don't know what the border situation is. I might try to get to a game this year, or it might have to be next year. We'll see. Colton, I don't think there was an overpay. I don't think so. This is a premium piece. You got to pay a premium price for a premium piece. Yankees are indeed looking to trade Luke Voigt per source with the Rizzo deal. Yeah, I think that they're going to try to get some pitching out of that. All right. Thank you, Gregory. Appreciate that. Here's what we're going to do, guys. Stay close. Hit that like. Can we get this thing to 300 on the way out here? We got 25 viewers that haven't used their like yet. Hit that like for this trade. I am going to bounce. I have a few things that I got to do off this, but listen, I'm going to drop everything if the Jays do another deal. So stay close to the channel for that. I look forward to more Jays moves. I look forward to just more moves in general. I can't wait to see where Bryant goes. So stay close to the channel for all of that. Subscribe, hit the alerts, stay close. Listen, I might have used all the alerts up. You can use like 3 alerts in 24 hours. I might have used them all up. So you'll have to watch and see. I'll put out a link on Twitter, or if there's a big deal, just hop in and see if I'm doing something. But I will be live if the Jays make another big move for sure. And just more trade deadline coverage is coming for sure. So again, you guys, thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody that has stopped in the channel, all of the new names and faces. Thank you for finding the channel for the first time. Again, hit that sub on the way out. All of the familiar faces that I've seen and the new faces that I've seen now for the last couple of days. Gregory, thank you for that. Thank you for the congrats. I appreciate that. Make sure to, make sure everybody hit that like on the way out. Sub, we're about 10 likes away from 300. Can we do that while we wind down here? Who has not used their like? Hit that like on the way out, everybody. Yep, we know Dodgers are pursuing Kimbrell. We'll see what happens with that. Unbelievable stuff, guys. Again, subscribe, stay close to the channel. We're over 9,500. We are pushing towards that 10K number. We'll see how long it takes to get there, but I appreciate you guys being here. We're going to walk this thing off with a Berrios. We're going to walk this thing off with a Berrios strikeout. I do have a quick clip of that. Then we're going to get out of here. Guys, what a great situation. It is Berrios. We say goodbye to Woods, Richardson, and Martin, but an amazing trade, an amazing start to the trade deadline for the Blue Jays. Again, here is Jose Berrios, and I will be back when the Jays make another move. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Going to pitch him very carefully right here. Make sure you execute. Got him.